everyone! Today I prepared some experiments for you. Whenever I introduce someone new to Worbla, I keep getting the question, can you use a hairdryer with that? Well, frankly, I do not know, because when I started I immediately permanently borrowed my dad's heat gun. But anyway, because I don't know and I do have some spare Worbla around, I thought, let me just try it out. We're going to test Worbla Black, Worbla Regular and some friendly plastic pellets, because that's what I have around. So, without further ado, let's get experimenting. For science. For our little experiment, I've got 3 different things I want to try. First of all, we have a piece of plain black Worbla. We will be heating this up and seeing how well it folds around the top of the chapstick. This is just to see how well it folds and how well it stretches. Then we have some scrap pieces of regular Worbla. I'm going to use this to clay with, so we'll heat it up, see how well it melts together and how well we can clay with it. And then I've got some of this, which is friendly plastic or Worbla pellets, depending on where you get them. We'll just heat a few of them up and see what happens. First of all, a plain plate of Worbla with the heat gun. I'm going to use the low, not even the high, because that goes way too fast. There we go, nice and malleable. I'll just stretch it over here. Oh, might have stretched it a bit too enthusiastically. Oops. Anyway, we can fold this around nicely, it holds the shape. Now we just let this cool down and I'll peel it off. For the second experiment, we've got the Worbla scraps. Again, heat gun on low stand. Let's see how fast this goes. Well, that's already quite sticky. And I think we're there. Yep, I would call this clayable. So I'm not the best sculptor with Worbla, but there you go. I hope it sort of resembles a heart. For the third experiment, we've got Worbla pellets. I put them in a little cup because otherwise they fly everywhere. And this is a little easier to keep them all in there. Again, first heat gun on low heat. These will become transparent when they're heated, so you will be able to see when they're warm. Not entirely yet. I think there we go. Must be careful that they're not too warm. Also, these things stick like mad, so I'm afraid they're all stuck to the... There we go. There we go. As you can maybe see from there, there were a few that were not entirely heated up because they were on the bottom. But that's quite easy to help. And there we go, a little crystal. Experiment 1. Plain sheet of Worbla with a hairdryer. Probably on high heat, but let's see if the Worbla flies away or not. drying, I'm kind of giving up. It's sort of pliable, but can I stretch it? Not really. I guess I can fold it over. I guess we're going for that. Experiment 2. Heating Worbla scraps so we can clay with them. This time with a hairdryer. Am I going to do this on high? Well, let's see. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I already thought of that. So we have this. Extra added bonus of this, I think, is that the heat is trapped inside, so this might sort of work, I guess. Well, let's see. Or maybe not. Okay, let's see how to do this. I guess I'll be taking the very small scraps off. Low heat it is. I guess now that it is somewhat heated, I can try and stick the small scraps of Worbla on here so they don't fly away. Maybe that way I can actually heat the small scraps. I should just put them underneath. So there we go. Let's see if I can clay this, because I do see it moving, so it's at least somewhat soft. Well, what do you know? It's actually sort of clayable. Except for one bit that wasn't completely heated. So let's see if I can heat it a bit more. Let's see. It's actually completely soft. Eventually I will learn to clay some hearts. Experiment 3. Friendly plastic pellets and a hairdryer. I'm not sure how many pellets I want to use because I'm pretty sure that they're gonna fly all around my room. So let's just use a few pellets. But I do kind of fully expect to pick up these for the next 5 years. You know what? I'm just going to start on the low setting, and if they're somewhat sticky I'm going to a high setting, if there are any left, that is. Yeah, I think I'm not even going to attempt this. At least most of it is still on the table. Alright, once more because I'm stubborn. Yeah, they were just vortexing around here and still going all over the place. I'll pick those up later. So these are the results. This is with the heat gun. This is with the hairdryer. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the regular Worbla. It apparently does work out pretty well. I mean, you can just heat scraps and completely clay them together, because for the claying they have to be even softer than just for forming. The Worbla Black did not do as well with the heat gun. As you can see, it took me way longer to, well, being able to shape it less. It was not able to stretch with the hairdryer. And the pellets, well, you saw what happened. That was it for the experimenting today. To answer the question, can you use a hairdryer with Worbla? My answer is yes, however, I would not recommend it. As you can see, it is possible to heat up Worbla enough to clay with it and to use it, but as you can also see with the Worbla Black, it can take a very long time. And I'm very afraid that as soon as you go to bigger sizes, which usually when you're working with Worbla, you're working with something bigger than this. Once you've heated up one side and you go to the next, once you've heated that up, I think the first part has cooled down already, so you would have to work very sectioned, and that would take a very long time. For the friendly plastic pellets, yeah, do not try a hairdryer. It is, however, recommended to use friendly plastic pellets with hot water. If you cannot get a heat gun, hot water is a good thing for friendly plastic. I'm just too lazy to keep heating up water, so I use a heat gun. But in general, heat guns are not the most expensive tools. I got, when I had to replace mine, I got it for 25 euros. So if it's possible, I would definitely recommend getting a heat gun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope it's useful, and if you have other experiments that you would like me to see do or other questions that you think I can answer, please let me know in the comments. I like doing these kind of things, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching and see you guys next time.